These are data from a very large database in Germany and Austria of over 26,000 persons with type 1 diabetes. And you can see that the more you check your blood sugar, this is the number of blood sugar checks per day, the lower the A1C. And in fact, if you increase checking your blood sugar 1 time per day, when you're in the low range of blood glucose checking, your A1C can fall 0.5%. A remarkable drop with just 1 more blood sugar check per day. You look at the data from the type 1 exchange, and you can also see that the more you check your blood sugars, the lower the A1C. Green is for children, and the orange is for adults. And again, interestingly, and not surprisingly, on every single frequency of blood glucose monitoring, the A1C was lower among adults than kids. So remember, your children will grow up. Now, here's another study published by a colleague, Corey Hood, and others, looking at 150 teens, average age of 15, diabetes duration for 6 years, average A1C of 8.8%, again above goal. Almost 2/3 were treated with pumps, and these individuals were followed for up to 2 years. Green is attaining target with an average of 7.4. Yellow is above target, about 40% of the population above target, 40% at target, and 20% were above target. What was the most potent factor related to being at target? Was blood glucose monitoring. Those who checked their blood sugars 5 times per day were at target, while those who checked under 3 times per day were above target. Now, how often is it? How common is it for patients to not check their blood sugars? Well, frankly, it's very common because we're all human. We have permission to be human. In this study that we performed in the survey, basically only 10% of patients reported that they almost always check their blood sugars. In other words, 9 out of 10 patients admitted, well, I don't always check my blood sugars. I'm too busy, I don't have the time, whatever is the reason. What have we learned about the importance of checking? This is a study we did using a technique called momentary sampling, which was trying to understand the social context in which a teenager was supposed to carry through their diabetes management tasks. And we wanted to know what does the social context mean. We wanted to know who were these teenagers with. What was important in their environment that could impact their diabetes self-care behaviors. And it winds up that when the teen wanted to be able to do everything everybody else in their peer group could do, they were almost 2.5 times more likely to check their blood sugars. In other words, the teens recognized that the answers were at their fingertips. They could go about their business, be just like the other teens if they knew what their blood sugar was. They didn't have to worry about highs and they didn't have to worry about lows. So I think using this kind of information to say, you can do better at soccer, you can do better at crew, you can do better at ballet if you know what your blood sugar is beforehand, actually has been shown that teens will do the best if they know that blood sugar data will help them. What about bolus dosing? Okay, a short question for all of you. If a child forgets to take 1 bolus of insulin just every other day, right? Just 1 bolus of insulin every other day, 1 injection or 1 bolus of insulin, does it, 1, have no impact on A1C? Does it increase your A1C 0.5%? Increase it 1% or 2%? Okay, hands up for 1. Anyone say 1? Okay, hands up for 2. Okay, hands up for 3. I'll tell you the answer soon. Hands up for 4. Okay. Well, at least you're all realistic. You know that it has a substantial impact. It winds up, you miss 1 bolus every other day, your A1C rises 1 full percentage point. The majority of answers, by the way, were between the 1 and 2 percentage points, so you all were right there. These are data from the Barber Data Center that showed you miss 1 bolus every other day, 4 boluses a week, your A1C is 1% higher.